Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation. Now today, I got you guys another theory video as I promised in my over 100 subscribers special. Thank you guys for over 100 subscribers again, and I'll leave a link to that video in the description if you haven't checked it out. Now, today I got you guys a theory on what if Dabura, while he was fighting Majin Buu, had actually landed the spits that he, I guess, shot at him. He tried to spit on him and Majin Buu, evaded those. What would happen if he actually landed those spits on Buu? Would it have an effect, or would it just be like magic versus magic and just completely negate each other, I suppose? Now that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, I was thinking about this a while. I was doing a lot of research, looking around, I was rewatching the fight, examining it. And the only instance when he used the spit was right before he got turned into a cookie. And Majin Buu dodged all the spits. Now, before we get into all the little intricacies of what could happen to Buu and what else he could do to defend against it, you have to know that he did evade those spits, like I mentioned. So you could argue that the spits would have an effect on him if he dodged them. That is a good argument right there, but it could have also been for a little bit of comedic effect. But there's really no way to tell. It's all up for opinion. But what I think is, I think the spit definitely would have an effect on Buu. I don't see why not. Maybe his regenerative powers would, negate them in some way, or he could possibly, if the spit landed on him, let's, completely disregard. Well, even if it landed on his clothes, it could, as we saw when his spit landed on Gohan. Gohan took off his glove, and then, the spit wasn't able to travel up his body. So if it went on Buu, like a part of Buu, maybe his stomach or any part of his fleshy bits, I guess you could call it, you would think that he could just, maybe take off a chunk of himself. But do you really think Majin Buu is that smart? Fat Buu, do you really think he's that smart? I don't think so. I think he wouldn't know what to do. He would just let it happen. And it isn't like it's really slow process. It happens pretty quick. You saw when he shot, if you are familiar with the footage, if you saw the fight, you would know that when Dabura spat on Buu and Buu dodged it, it hit a lizard, and the lizard was just completely stoned in an instant. Granted, that lizard's much smaller than than Majin Buu, but still, to that fact, you gotta notice that it does travel up pretty quick. Definitely a couple things to look at are that, like I said before, Majin Buu's regenerative powers could negate the spit. And you could also argue that he might just be too powerful to be affected by it. There's so many factors that can be in play here. Now, this is similar to a theory that Guldo, of the Ginyu Force, wouldn't be able to affect much stronger opponents with his telekinetic abilities. Same with Captain Ginyu and his body change, but he did, change with Goku. But Goku was a lot stronger, but not like, twice as strong. Like Ginyu might not be able to transform with Frieza, but that's really all opinionated. There's no evidence to support that, and there's really no evidence to support the theory I'm, telling you guys today. It's all my opinion and what I think, and I want to hear what you guys think in the comments, as always. But what is if Buu did get, solidified by Dabura's spit? You would have to think that maybe there would be a negating factor. As I mentioned, that's what this whole theory is if his magic's gonna, negate the spit. You remember when Vegito was in Majin Buu and they got split up? The Patar earrings were useless in there. They got split up when they got absorbed. Not necessarily absorbed, but put inside of Super Buu. So you would have to think maybe that the contents inside of Buu would be able to negate the spit. Granted, he's not swallowing the spit, but some inner force might be able to bust out, possibly. It's definitely a good possibility. Another thing you guys gotta remember is when Krillin and Piccolo got turned to stone, they didn't die, so you know, they were transformed, I guess, back to normal once Dabura was defeated by Boo. Got turned into a cookie. That was such an awesome scene. It was really disturbing the way he was just getting contorted, but you guys seen it probably, so if you haven't, definitely go watch it. But so if Boo did get, you know, I have a feeling that if he got spat on, he would be affected by it. I can't see too many reasons why he wouldn't. But like I just said, Krillin and Piccolo weren't dead when they got spat on and were turned to stone. They weren't dead. So Majin Buu also wouldn't be dead. So if Dabura was defeated, which I highly doubt he'd get defeated, because if the Z Fighters defeated him, Dabura would probably mention if he was defeated that Majin Buu would be, you know, broken free or whatever. You know, all that stuff. That's a whole nother side to it. But you would think that, you know, Boo would be conscious possibly while he was turned to stone. So he actually might be able to bust out, use a little bit of his magic. We don't really know the extent of his magics. Then again, another thing I just thought of, guys. What if Babidi could, you know, use his magic to take the stone off Majin Buu? It's completely possible, isn't it? And if I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong. I'm a little bit fuzzy on this part. I'm pretty sure if you're under, like, if you're at a certain, I think Babidi can destroy his minions with the Majin symbol. I could be wrong, do not quote me. But then you could argue that he could have, well, no, not necessarily. I was going to say he could have destroyed Vegeta, but Vegeta was gathering energy. And I do believe he did threaten that he was going to destroy one of his, you know, minions. He did say to Dabura, I don't know if this was anime only or not. I did not check, because I am just thinking of all this right now, guys. So I apologize if I'm incorrect. But I do believe that Babidi stated to Dabura, when Dabura, like, you know, please Babidi, and Babidi stated, Dabura, I'm not going to destroy you. Now that could be implied that he was going to use Majin Buu to destroy him, which I guess to an extent he kind of did. But yeah. So in conclusion, guys, if Dabura did land a spit on not Babidi, talk too much about Babidi. If Dabura landed a spit on Fat Buu, then Fat Buu, I believe, would get turned to stone, but he would, I would guess, be conscious, and he would either break out, or Babidi would more than likely use some magic on him to bust him out of there. But if that's not the case, Dabura would probably not get defeated by a Z Fighter, and maybe find a way to destroy Boo. I'm not sure what he can do with his spit afterwards. But yeah, guys, that's been the theory video for this week. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks again, like I said earlier, and in the video up a few days ago. Thanks a lot, guys, for so many subscribers. It's a big milestone for me. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you're new around here, check out my channel. Subscribe for more content like this. I'm doing some Dragon Ball Z fights as well. So if you guys want to see two characters duke it out, I can record that with a capture card and give you guys some footage and discussion over that 4-minute long video or so. Just leave a comment if you want to see one. Say who you want to fight, of course. But yeah, guys, you know, like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys later.